Okay.
Bonnie.
Hi. Hi, Amy
Hi,
and Sid.
hi,
Greetings from Toronto, Canada. How are you?
hi, hi. I'm Amy and this is Sid.
Great to meet you both. My goodness, thank you. I, from the bottom of my heart, love this series more than anything. So I personally wanted to thank you both. Amy,
Wow,
let's start with you because I want to know how exciting it is when you move from season to season, but then you get new actors playing the royals, obviously, because they're aging. How exciting is that to,
mm,
replicate the clothes as we go on?
was that for me? I think
Yes,
so.
Amy, was for you.
Uh,
Yes, thank
I
you.
love it. I love newness. I like new actors coming in and their input. And obviously, it's a different generation as well. And we're going to tell different stories. And we have fantastic actors, to go from Olivia Colman, Tobias Menzies, and now we're not anymore. We were with Imelda and
Yes.
Jonathan. They're actors at the top of the tree. And it's just going to be a joy watching them and working with them. So it's really, really exciting.
I do think, just to add to that, I do think it really actually, what I've learned is it re-energizes us as well.
Yeah, I was
Because you're dealing with the same, yes, you've got all these other things and all these other stories that come in, but the main people that you're dealing with are the same, and they change, of course. But so I think by the time you've got a new set of actors, it just like kind of
makes you think again freshly, doesn't it?
because they've got a different perspective,
and
they've
want
got
to
a
know
different
things.
they've
Right.
got a different way that they want to portray somebody, or something that they've noticed that they want to pull out in costume or whatever. So
Yeah.
it flips it a little bit, which is exciting.
Right, so it's healthy.
I'm sure. Oh, absolutely. And the opportunity to be able to, recreate, of course, look, Princess Di, 99% of the clothes that she wore, look, they're in museums. Like, I mean, we all know them by heart. We can tell. So, Sid, I want to ask you, because when we look at this last four episodes where sadly we tragically lose Princess Diana, but she's more confident, obviously in what she's wearing. I mean, it all started in season 5 with that revenge dress. So when you're recreating these costumes, these clothes, how dead on do you have to be, or do you have a little artistic freedom with this?
It largely depends on scripts. So we'll always look at scripts and look at everybody's storyline and go, where does it feel appropriate and necessary to kind of go more towards the truthful outfit, let's say.
Yeah.
And where do we have scope for flights of imagination? And we do get them, because Peter Morgan in his scripts writes us brilliant scenes of private moments.
Yes.
So we do have them, and I certainly had them in this, and I've said it before, but I think one of my favorite pieces is when she's leaving Saint-Tropez with Dodie, and she's wearing the ensemble that's navy and white, the striped trousers. And the reason that I loved it so much is, as she was coming down, everybody kind of did a gasp of breath, because it looked so much like her, but it's not anything that we've ever seen her in. And that for us really encapsulates what we try and do. It just then ends up feeling like an unearthed photograph of Diana. So you absolutely believe she wore it, even though she didn't, because we've kind of hopefully got the nuances and the layers and the understanding of a character, that we know what they'd wear even if we didn't see them in it.
Yeah, and Amy, just to wrap it up, obviously there's so many pictures, there's so much research that goes into this, but you have, a treasure trove of beautiful things to look at over the years to see. So when you're standing there with like an Imelda or Dominic West or whoever it is, and they look at themselves in that mirror wearing those clothes, I can't imagine the chills that you must feel.
Yes. Usually I was arguing with Dominic West, so there weren't any chills there. We'd always argue. But yes, seriously, yes, of course. And Imelda just takes your breath away. And it has to be said, Leslie Manville, you are in for such a treat. Are you in for such a treat?
A sad treat, but a treat.
Episode 8 is just astonishing and unbearable at the same time.
100%. And then, working with the young kids too. You've got to recreate Harry and William. I mean, these are iconic images in our heads.
Yes, yeah,
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 and-
and lovely to do. And they're great boys. They're so open and fun to be with. Suddenly you've got fun young kids instead of grumpy old whoever. No names mentioned.
Grumpy old Dominic West. Oh my God. I don't care. I
He
still
would
love him no matter
laugh. We always, yeah, he'd laugh if he heard that.
Thank you so much for what you
Thank
do and for this
you.
wonderful
Oh.
series. And I appreciate your time today. Thank you so much.
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.